Have you ever wondered why birds perch on power lines? An innocent question, but one that may hold more weight than you could ever imagine. This is the beginning of a journey, an exploration into a world that exists just beyond our reach, hidden in plain sight, the Avian Enigma. Birds are everywhere. From the deepest corners of the Amazon rainforest to the bustling metropolis of New York City, these winged creatures have made every corner of our world their home. Yet despite their ubiquitous presence, we know so little about them. Have you ever noticed a bird silently watching you from a nearby tree? Or a flock of pigeons that seem to follow your every move in the park? It's easy to dismiss these instances as mere coincidences, but what if there's more to it? Consider the vast variety of bird species, over 10,000 known to mankind. They come in all shapes and sizes, from the tiny hummingbird, barely larger than a thumb, to the majestic albatross with a wingspan that can reach up to 11 feet. Each species has its own unique behaviors, its own quirks, and its own mysteries. But they all share one common trait. They're always watching. But what are they watching? And why? Could it be that these feathered creatures, so often taken for granted, are in fact sophisticated surveillance tools quietly observing us from above? Could our avian friends actually be agents of a higher power, their innocent chirping hiding a more sinister purpose? And what about their peculiar habit of perching on power lines? Is it simply a convenient resting place? Or could it be a way for them to recharge, to refuel, to connect with some unseen network that spans the globe? These are the questions we must ask ourselves as we delve into the world of the avian enigma. The answers may surprise you, may even frighten you. But one thing is certain. Once you start looking, you'll never see birds the same way again. Could these feathered friends be more than what they seem? What if we told you that birds are actually government surveillance drones? A proposition that might seem absurd at first glance, but let's delve a little deeper. We live in a world where technology has grown exponentially, making what once seemed like science fiction a reality. Consider microcameras, devices so small they can be attached to a bird without altering its flight pattern. Now imagine thousands, millions of these cameras soaring across the skies, capturing every detail from a bird's eye view. Sounds far-fetched? Perhaps, but the possibility remains. Then there's the question of tracking devices. Tiny, lightweight, and incredibly precise. These marvels of modern technology could easily be concealed within the body of a bird, tracking their every movement and, by extension, ours. And what about the incidents where birds have been found with strange electronic devices attached to them? Devices that seemed out of place, that didn't belong in the natural world. Instances that have been dismissed as mere anomalies, brushed under the carpet as if they were nothing more than figments of an overactive imagination. Yet, these incidents persist. The sightings of peculiar birds, the inexplicable behavior, the unexplained electronic devices. These are not mere coincidences. They are breadcrumbs leading us to a much larger reality, a reality that may be too unsettling to confront. Are birds simply creatures of nature, innocent and free? Or are they instruments of surveillance, spies in the sky, keeping watch over us all? Coincidence or a concealed truth? History is riddled with instances of birds being used for surveillance. This isn't just a claim, but a fact that has its roots deeply embedded in the annals of human history. It's a tale as old as time, the alliance between man and bird, used for communication and observation. Let's take a quick flight back in time. In the thick of World War I, amidst the deafening roar of gunfire and the choking smoke of battle, homing pigeons were the silent heroes, carrying crucial messages across enemy lines. They were the eyes and ears of the soldiers, their tiny hearts beating with the secrets of war. And it wasn't just during the World Wars. Fast forward to the chilling years of the Cold War, the CIA hatched a project aptly named Operation Pigeon. The goal? To train birds for espionage, to spy on the Soviet Union. Yes, you heard it right, bird spies. Now imagine a pigeon, a seeming symbol of peace, equipped with a tiny camera, fluttering over the Iron Curtain, clicking photographs of military installations, and then flying back to its handlers with a treasure trove of intelligence. Sounds like something out of a James Bond movie, doesn't it? But it was real, a testament to the lengths governments would go to keep an eye on each other. And here's the kicker, these are just the instances we know of, the ones that have been declassified or leaked. Who knows how many other bird surveillance programs have been conducted in secret, away from the public eye? So let's think about this for a moment. We've used birds as messengers, as spies, as carriers of our secrets. We've trained them, relied on them, and trusted them with our lives. If we were able to harness their potential in the past, with the technology of yesteryears, why would we stop now, when our technological prowess is at its peak? If it was possible then, why not now? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? With today's technological advances, the idea might not be as far-fetched as it seems. We're living in an era where technology is evolving at a breakneck speed. Every day, new strides are being made that have the potential to redefine our understanding of the world around us. One such advancement is in the field of drone technology. Drones have become smaller, more efficient, and more versatile than ever before. A decade ago, the idea of a drone small enough to fit in the palm of your hand might have seemed like science fiction, but now, it's a reality. We have drones that can hover like hummingbirds, zip through the air like dragonflies, and yes, even perch on a branch like a bird. But what if these bird-like drones are more than just a toy or a piece of technology for hobbyists? What if they're part of something bigger, something far more sinister? Let's consider this. There are examples of robotic birds being used in theme parks, designed to mimic the movements and behaviors of real birds to the point where they are almost indistinguishable from the real thing. They sing, they flap their wings, they even build nests. These robotic birds are not just feats of engineering, they're masterpieces of disguise. If we can create such convincing replicas for the purpose of entertainment, what's stopping us? Or more specifically, what's stopping the government from creating them for other purposes? With the right technology, these robotic birds could be equipped with cameras, microphones, and other surveillance equipment. They could be watching us, listening to us, recording our every move. If we can create robotic birds for entertainment, could the government create them for surveillance? With the technological capabilities we possess today, it's not only possible, it's plausible. The question is, are we ready to face the reality of this avian enigma? So, are the birds we see every day actually surveillance drones? What a question to ponder. If this theory holds water, the implications are immense and far-reaching. Let's delve into the potential fallout. Imagine a world where every bird is a tiny, feathered, unblinking eye in the sky, watching our every move. Suddenly, the concept of privacy becomes a thing of the past, a quaint notion from a bygone era. If every bird is a drone, then every park, every forest, every backyard is a potential surveillance site. The very essence of freedom, the ability to exist without being observed, could be under threat. And what does this mean for the government's reach? If the birds are their eyes, then the extent of their surveillance is truly staggering. We would be living under the gaze of an omnipresent entity, one that sees all and knows all. The government, through its avian agents, could have access to an unparalleled wealth of information. Now consider the countless birdwatchers and ornithologists around the globe. Are they unknowingly aiding in this surveillance? Every time they point their binoculars at a bird, are they unwittingly helping the government in its quest for information? The thought is chilling, but let's not stop there. What about the bird feeders that many of us have in our gardens? Are we inadvertently fueling these feathered spies, keeping them in the air longer to watch us? Are the bird baths we provide just pit stops for these drones to recharge and continue their surveillance? And it's not just the everyday citizen who should be concerned. If birds are drones, anyone with a secret to keep is at risk. Politicians, business leaders, celebrities, no one would be safe from the unblinking gaze of the government's feathered spies. These are the questions we must ask if we are to grapple with the enormity of the great bird conspiracy. The possibilities are staggering, the implications profound. Next time you see a bird, ask yourself, what is it really watching? In a world filled with secrets, it's important to stay vigilant. We must challenge the mundane, the everyday, the seemingly innocent. The birds chirping outside your window, perhaps they're not just after the breadcrumbs. The flock of geese migrating overhead, they may be more than nature's nomads. Let's embrace curiosity. Let's question the unquestionable. Remember, in this labyrinth of life, even the most benign entities may serve hidden agendas. Keep your eyes open and never stop questioning.